What up, YouTube Elleix? Coming back at you with another episode of Low League Madness. On the bottom right-hand side of the map, we have our red Terran player Ztwd. It's actually Ztwd, but it kind of looks like Ztwd, and it's easier to say, so Ztwd, I am sorry. That is your name for this game. And on the top left-hand side of the map, we have our blue Protoss player Nilo. This is a gold versus silver level matchup, Nilo being our gold level player, Ztwd being our silver level player. So this should be an interesting one indeed. If you are new to my channel, I do want you to know that I am starting a series called Low League Madness, where I cast games from the lower leagues, ranging anywhere from bronze and up to low gold. I haven't quite decided yet, but I just think the games are hilarious to watch, and I miss Bronze League heroes, but I don't want to piggyback off of that legacy, so I'm starting my own series called Low League Madness, and if low-level games are something you want to watch, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, back to the show. It does look like Ztwd is going to be walling off here. Nothing cheesy, nothing too unusual. He does have a bit of an early gas, but keep in mind, we are watching a lower level game right here. So, with that said, we do have what is going to be a gateway in the main for Nilo, but we also see what is going to be a pylon kind of close to the front door of, oh no, of the Terran player, but I don't know if Ztwd noticed this, and now we have what is going to be two gateways knocking at the front door, so I think this is going to be some sort of rush. In fact, if it's not a rush, then I'm going to be a very, very confused caster right here. We have a cybernetics core as well, so we might have some techie units here. It's not going to be zealots, I don't think. And we have Ztwd coming back with the scout. He may spot this. I don't think that's in range. Oh no, he does spot this, so Ztwd noticing what is going to be happening right here. Let's see what he's going to be reacting with. He already has a bunker coming down up in the main base. He's not bothering to expand right here, and he is building a reactor as well, so he may be able to hold this. Also building a factory. Once tanks come out, this is going to be a very hard position for our Protoss player to break right here. We also see warp gate on the way. I wonder if this is going to be some sort of forward warp gate play coming from Nilo. He's only mining off one gas too, so he's not going to go for gas-intensive units, and it's going to be stalkers coming out of these gateways right here. So not doing a zealot rush, actually doing what I think is going to be a proxy stalker rush right here. We have a third gateway already with warp gates on the way. I gotta say that gateways, overextending your gateways way in the front of the map, or I guess closer to the main base of your opponent, isn't really necessary. All you need is one gateway, and then you can warp in. You can fast warp in your gateway units with the warp gates, with the use of the one warp gate on that pylon. So, something to consider right here. We have the first zealot will fall right here. Doesn't even bother microwaving it away. And we have a huge pull. A huge pull of SCVs on the supply depot here. It is not going to go down anytime soon. That was a little bit of an overextension right there, but it doesn't matter too much. Ztwd is already mining off this again. This bunker is full of Marines, and we do have a tank as well. So Ztwd knows a little bit of what he should be doing right here. Also building a starport. Warp gate does finish. Nilo returning his stalkers back home. I guess he might be afraid that something is going to be happening. No, maybe they were clicked by accident, so he's pulling them right back. But we do see what is going to be an expansion right here as well. So Nilo is going to be expanding off this, also building himself a forge, maybe going for some upgrades, maybe going for some defensive cannons here, some static defense, just because he is doing a proxy warp gate rush right here. We have the tank right here as well, but they are running. They see what is going to be a bunch of bloodthirsty stalkers staring them down, deciding to siege up this tank right here, doing a great job. Nilo trying to build a forward pylon right here. It's not really super necessary. He does have what is going to be a faster warp in by the warp gates right here. Building a pylon is a bit of a waste, and it might be able to get, yeah, it's going to get sniped by this tank right here. I would cancel this if I was Nilo, but he decides to let it live. This is not a lot of Marines, but this is 2 tanks. It will be very difficult for Nilo to break this position without blink, but this tank is a little bit overextended, so these stalkers may be able to snipe this thing, run up the ramp, and snipe the second one. Oh no, Ztwd is supply blocked as well, so this poor tank is in limbo right now. Do we have any? We don't have any supply depots coming down for our red Terran player, and Ztwd is moving this tank a little bit forward. This is not the right call. Just because this one's going to be a little bit easier to snipe, the tanks will be able to support themselves. But this is a lot of stalkers now. Nilo getting the snipe on one tank, getting the snipe on the second tank, and this is exactly what I was concerned about. He should have really left that second tank on the high ground. It would have been a lot harder for Nilo to break that position right here. And suddenly we're down to 2 Marines. We have 1 tank building. We have 2 more tanks on the way after it. So 3 tanks are queued up right now. And Ztwd is not expanding. He's not even thinking about expanding. At this point, we do have what is going to be the Nexus that does finish up, but it's not saturated just yet. Nilo committing to this Stalker proxy. We don't have any upgrades coming out for the Protoss player. And this tank is a little bit close. Not that that matters too much, but if these stalkers run up the ramp, they may be able to snipe this. These sacrificial zealots may be able to absorb some shots right here. This siege tank does get sniped. This one, I think, is a little bit out of range of the stalkers, but they are giving high ground vision on this ramp right here. Nilo could have taken that thing out. So many of these stalkers are just giving their lives away, unquestioning. They're like, yeah, I guess this is what we're told to do. This is what we should do right now. And the whole army, all the stalkers die. And now I think Ztwd is looking to get a counter push right here, which is the right call. If you're getting cheesed, oh man, Ztwd, please kite this, man. Doesn't even bother kiting. Oh my god, and now we have what is going to be another warp into stalkers, but this is also exactly what I was talking about early in the game. All you need is 1 warp gate right here, because once the warp gates are done, you have fast warp-ins with the single warp gate, so all your production is super vulnerable right here. The only silver lining is that Nilo is going to be ahead in economy. He is up in expansion. He's up by almost 10 workers. So this game is not over just yet, but Ztwd able to shut this push down. But that was a 7-minute long all-in. Nilo throwing away his entire Stalker army, and now this is going to be a huge push by Ztwd. We have 32 army supply to 8 in Ztwd's favor. And Ztwd, man, I'm sorry to do you like this. I know your name is ZTW, but it just looks so much like Ztwd to me. Maybe I'm alone in that, but man, it's so much easier to say. What is this? A Dark Shrine. We have a Dark Shrine on the way. This might decide the game right here. I don't know if Ztwd is going to have enough energy. He may have 1 scan by the time he needs it, maybe 2. But man, this Dark Shrine is almost done, and there is no detection outside of scans for our red Terran player right here. He is not even thinking about building Ravens, which do offer some detection right here. They offer sight for cloaked units, and Ztwd rebooting his operating system a bit. He's like, okay, my OS is a little too slow to handle this. What do I do right here? He has the army in the front, probably scared of seeing more stalkers come in to knock on the front door of his natural base, but stalkers, unless they have blink against this combination, they don't do anything. Stalkers, you look at them and they fall apart. They're like made of Legos. If Legos didn't have the little things that connected them, they're like Legos without the Lego. Stalkers, man, I am so biased against them. They're so squishy. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We do have what is going to be Dark Templar slow warping in right here. This pylon just a little bit out of range of this Nexus. Nilo, if you do watch this replay, build your pylon just a tiny bit closer to your Nexus, and it will allow you to get a fast warp in right there. It will save you a lot of time, and it will improve your macro. Now, Ztwd still quite ahead in army supply, but there are There's gonna be at least one scan, but Nilo, or sorry, Ztwd actually using that scan. I'm not sure. Oh, he did see, so he spots the Dark Shrine. We'll see if he reacts to this. He scanned the main base of the Protoss player. Is he building Ravens? And now he's building Ravens. Great. So Ztwd does have some concept of what he should be doing right now. He will have detection here, so he will be able to spot the Dark Templar. What I would have done as soon as the Dark Templar finished, as soon as the Dark Shrine was up and I had a little army of Dark Templar, run the DTs into the mineral line and see how much damage you can do before your opponent has time to react to this. Because now these Dark Templar are running in super late, so the only silver lining here is most of the Terran army are in medevacs right now. But Nilo is committing a lot to this push. He has a handful of stalkers right here, and we have what is going to be a huge, huge push from these medevacs right here. These tanks shooting before they even hit the ground. I'm not sure if I've actually ever seen that. That tank is like, I'm ready, boys, let's go. And shoots as it's dropping. That was hilarious. Nilo not reacting to this at all. These probes are staring. They're like, do we move? Do we do anything? But at the same time, we have a huge push of the DTs right here. Taking a look at the workers killed. 15 workers killed so far for the blue Protoss player. And what is going to be 8 workers killed for the red Terran player. This is a huge push right here, though. I'm not sure Nilo can do anything unless he gets a warp enough DTs. These DTs might actually save him right now. These DTs are just chilling. Nilo's focus is on this engagement right here. I'm not sure Ztwd realizes what's happening. These medevacs are covering the vision just a little bit. And these DTs putting in so much work. Where are the Ravens? That's the only question I have right now, where are the Ravens, my guy? They're just chilling. They're just chilling in the main base. And Ztwd realizing, oh my god, I just lost my whole army. We still have a mining base right here. We still have some probes alive. Nilo actually 29 workers to 17, and we have what is going to be another big push on the mineral line in the main base. And sure, there is detection right here, but this Raven should have come with the engagement. Ztwd, oh my god. Now, if you saw that there was a Dark Shrine and you are going to do a drop into the main base of your opponent, either bring your Raven along because you know DTs are on the field, or have enough scans banked so you can check out what's going on. So Nilo, those DTs saving his ass right there, ultimately winning him the game. Otherwise, that push from those medevacs, that was effectively, I want to say 3/4 of the Terran army would have done a ton of damage to him, and I think one Terran the game, but those DTs saved Nilo's life. So very fun game, and that was episode 3 of Low League Madness. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want me to cast any of your own games, I will leave my email in the description below. And I'll see you guys on the next one.